Hi everybody. You hear I'm not going to make anything tonight, and I'll kind of explain that as I go along. So I was just coming on here. I didn't get to go last week, but so I didn't want to end the year of 2018 without doing a live. But we have some big changes for myself and Creative Wreaths and Flowers coming up the beginning of January, and I just thought I'd kind of tell you guys what's going on and let you know what we're doing. Beginning the first of the year. What I'm going to do is I'm going to branch out into the virtual assistance or virtual assistant side of business, which means that I'm going to offer services in the computer field to help anybody who needs it. And we're working on getting the pricing all set up. Right now, as you know, we have Owls Tech Talk, and that is $14.99 a month. That's my closed group that's paid, and I help people with their social medias and how to set them up and give them instructions and so forth. And I do have training right now, both paper and on video. However, I've gotten to the point where right after the first of starting your training in your social media, it's really difficult to keep up with paper training because things change every day. But so anyway, I'm going to branch out on this other side. Now, some of the things that a viral assistant will do, and some of the things that I'm hoping to be able to provide for everybody, some of the things I'm going to do is like posting to your Facebook page. They like you to post 4 times a day. And, you know, that's one of the services I'll offer is posting to your Facebook page. I'm going to also offer optimizing your YouTube for your videos. So if you don't want to go in and do all the things you need to do to make your YouTube optimize, like add all the tags, put it in different play groups, add an end screen, add cards to your video, any of those items I can also do for you. If I'm trying to think what else I had. I can set up your Facebook page for your business. I could set up your YouTube if you wanted me to. We're still working on the pricings and how that's going to work. But those are things that I'll be offering on both inside my group and outside my group. And those are going to be things I'm going to offer. Now, if you do join Owls Tech Talk, and like I said, that's a recurring payment of $14.90 a month, and it is done through PayPal, you do get discounts on these items. So there's an advantage to that. Plus, if I help you with those things and you take advantage of those discounts, I can also teach you how to go off and do them on your own if you want. Like scheduling posts, I schedule, let's see. I schedule to my Facebook 8 times a day. So they like you to schedule 4 to 5. I just schedule mine every 2 hours to post up on Facebook. And you want to try to find, you know, viral pictures, things that bring in a lot of engagement and get out a big reach of customers or a big reach of audience so you can find your target audience. I'm doing a lot of training right now and reading a lot of documents and files. Like I said, on YouTube, I can also take your video, put it into Filmora, add front screens, which could be your logo and music, like Hardworking Mom does, or All of Mine do. Laura Jeans has it. Or I can just, if your video gets broken into 2 pieces, I can splice those together. Also in the group, I can show you how to do that. So you can do it yourself. So there's some advantages either way. It depends on if the person has the time and wants to do it or if they want someone to do it for them. So I will be getting those prices up and letting you guys know. Just still working out the tiny details. And we'll start out probably rolling out slow, mostly with Facebook and YouTube, and then we will go ahead and keep branching out, and I'll branch out to Pinterest and Instagram as time goes by to get all those done. I'm trying to also open up a Shopify account so you can purchase. I'm still going to do wreaths, I still plan on going live on Monday nights beginning in the new year. Well, after the new year, I should say. I still plan on going live on Monday nights at 6:30 Central Time, 7:30 Eastern, and making a wreath once a week because I do love making the wreaths. But I am a tech geek at heart. I went to school for many, many moons, and I do have a degree in systems information management or management information systems, whatever they decide to call it today. And I am about 9 hours from a business admin degree that I never finished because my husband got transferred out of the state when I was almost done with my degree, right after we first got married. So I do have a lot of business training as well. I'm very business ethical. I took several classes in that. I do have the logical mathematical mind. So that kind of cuts down on my creativity a little bit, but I'm still creative. I'm kind of a weird duck. But, and I like to be on the computer. I know people think that I'm weird sometimes, but that is my true love is the computer. That's what I did for many years in corporate, and I do miss it. I built and helped with web pages. That was when I did HTML programming, though. Canned programming is a little different. It's kind of hard for me to work with sometimes until I get used to it because it doesn't work like when you can just put in and tell you what, tell it what you want to do. But programming languages also change every other minute, and you have to keep up on all the languages. So it's difficult to keep up with the HTML and know what new things and new rules they have if you're not up on it all the time. That's why everybody that has a license and things or stuff always has continuing education, because there's always a change. And also, I'm not trying to ignore anybody over the last few days, but my Facebook business page has been misbehaving so badly, I wasn't even sure I'd get on live tonight. 2 days ago, I could see lives in the timeline, but I could not get into them, but people seem to be seeing my comments, so I didn't really worry about it too much. Now I'm back to being able to get back into the live as opposed to just watching them on the little screen in the timeline. So that's because usually if you watch from the timeline, they don't see your comments, but they were responding to me, so they must have been seeing me. So I don't know what they're doing there in the background, but that's been changing. So, also over in the group, besides your basic Facebook page, business page, your YouTube, I do have it so that there's training in there on like how to split your screen. And I'll probably be putting that up publicly here in a few days to kind of show some of the stuff I do in Al's Tech Talk. I also have, I'm trying to think, mini chat, which is the messages you all receive before the lives that people send out to you. I can help you get that set up. I can set up MailChimp. And if there is ever a problem with anything, I will research it to death to try to figure it out. We've had some people in the group that have had some problems with different of the softwares, and I've been able to so far figure it out and help them and get it fixed for them. So that's kind of what we do on the Al's Tech Talk side. On the wreathing side, I am very much interested in the Unique and the Creek system. I love making the flowers, so I'm going to try to probably expand more on my made roses, and I've made the sunflowers, I've made the poinsettias, but she has several different flower types coming out, and I think they'll be beautiful for spring. So I'm going to be branching into the other ones that she has and making them, and along with that, I mean, I have enough supplies to make the other things, so we'll be just doing a little bit of this and that. And I don't know if you guys have anything you particularly want to see wreath-wise. You know, I still carry my military line with the crosses, and I'm getting a new cross for veterans that can be personalized. It doesn't have to be, but the one that's coming in for me is coming in for Michael because he's a veteran. And so I will be putting together a veteran's wreath for him because he's an Air Force veteran. And I'll show you the cross that I can get to put on your, and I will be making a veteran's wreath for him, because you can use those to either honor the veteran you have or to honor them in memory. so we can kind of, I don't want to say customize the crosses. I work very closely with Miss C's Crafts, and so I will be working with her. That's where I get my crosses from. She has beautiful crosses, you guys. You should go and check her out. She's really got some nice stuff. And she's going to be expanding her line too, I believe, after she's in the process of moving. So once she gets to her new shop, she'll be expanding some of her things. And I'm really excited because I think she might go into making signs too. We will not be live next week. Next week, I believe Monday is Christmas Eve. And so we won't be live for the next 2 weeks because it'll be Christmas Eve and then of course it'll be New Year's Eve. Does anybody have any questions for me or any suggestions for wreaths you guys want to see in the future? Anything like that? Because, you know, you're more than welcome to let me know because I'll take suggestions all day. Sometimes it's hard for me to think up things to do. And this is the link to the paid group. Technology is crazy, but I've been doing this for a long time. I started technology probably when Bill Gates was still in his mother's garage building Apple. I've learned all kinds of programming. I started out in DOS. I'm an old DOS dinosaur. That was before Windows was even known about. I don't think I didn't learn Windows until here the first time. I'm trying to remember if we were here the second time. I took Windows in, I guess it was the second time because we were in this house. So it had been about mid-90s. When I was first in school, we worked on the big IBM mainframes. We even used punch cards. We had to learn on punch cards too. So then assembler, which is different than what they do today, because my son is also a computer engineer. Mostly I just wanted to get on here and tell you what's new, what's coming up, and what we're going to be offering in January. And let you know, I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to be fun. I can't wait to get started because, you know, the talk is always build your business, make sure your engagements, you're getting a lot of good engagements. And sometimes that's really hard. I mean, I've been doing this for a year now, making wreaths. And sometimes getting engagement on your social media is just a very difficult thing. So it's a fun new way to go. It's something I can do, something I'm confident of doing. And I'd love to try to help anybody that needs help, like I said. And also in my group, what's different about Owl's Tech Talk than some of your other business groups, I'm not really all into the backside of the business. I'm more about setting up the computer, the social media, your shops, things like that. And I will work one-on-one with you. And I can do that either through Zoom calls or Messenger or whatever you have. And but I have Zoom, and so I can Zoom call you. We can also work computer to computer. I can, on a Zoom call, I can see your screen, I can show you my screen, and I can kind of show you where to go, as opposed to if you're just watching a video or if you're just talking on a live, because sometimes it's really, really difficult to figure out how to do that. Just wanted to hop on, especially to tell all you wonderful people that I haven't seen for a few weeks. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Hope you're having a wonderful holiday season. It was almost 50 degrees today here. I couldn't believe it. I loved it. We were out. I just had on a hoodie. And I was like, I really like this. Wait a minute. I got to show you my little man, guys. Come here. Can you say hello? Now we can't get Elmo. This is my little man. I think he just got out of bed or something. This is my, you can't turn this on right now, okay? You can play the barn in a minute. Yeah, you can play barn in a minute. Anyway, this is my old iPhone, and I set it up just for him. Because the speaker doesn't really work on it, so it doesn't get real loud, so Meemaw can take care of that. Thank you. I know, isn't he adorable? He's my youngest. I have two others, but they live in Kansas, and we don't get to see them very often, maybe twice a year. What are you doing? He's playing Spider-Man now, guys. Sorry, he's making noise. But this is my little guy right here. We love him to death. He's a carbon copy of my son, even though he belongs to my daughter.
a lot like me, too.
Well, I guess younger picture of her husband, he looks a lot like him, but I haven't seen those, so I don't know. I've only seen pictures of my little man that I had that's 32 now. Well, how old are you, 25? Yeah, so if only, she's shaking her head like,
yeah, sorry.
She's supposed to, you know.
I think about it.
She may come and help me moderate some. By the way, Laura didn't want to moderate anymore, and I totally understand. It is really, it's time consuming. So she is not, she does not want to moderate anymore, so I'm not moderating her because she said it wasn't fair. And she's not going to moderate mine, so I'll have to learn to look at the comments again. But Melinda said if she was here, she'd help me. But the last time she did that, I wasn't too excited.
I did good.
She thinks she did good, but we'll see. We'll see. I guess I can train her to moderate. If anybody wants to know about moderation, that can be a thing too. Yes, this is Mr. Ryder. Come here, Google. Here.
Hey, can you say hi?
Can you say hello? Here,
Cat.
yes, I saw the cow. Can you say hi and wait? Go like this. Say hi. Oh, nobody can yawn. Look at that.
Elmo.
You want Elmo? Well, we watch Elmo later. Mima's working. He calls me Mima or Grandma or Mama. Bless you. But he looks like my son, Judy. He really, really does. If I had pictures, I've got them all in storage because we put everything in storage when we thought we were going to do things. And so all my stuff sits in the storage shed right now.
And then you started a wreath business.
And then I started a business. So, and then Ryder came along and then the wreath business. So, because then I can always say, Ryder, don't bother me, Ma. She's trying to make you college money. It sounds good, right? You know, Kathy, being a moderator it can be fun. There's a lot you need to think about and do. And I don't mind giving anybody help or advice on it. I talk about things like that more, though, over in my page group, which I know that sounds kind of, but hope you have a wonderful season. Everybody have a great day. I won't see you now it'll be about 3 weeks before I go live on Monday night. I may pop on during the week at some point, but it'll depend on how my schedule is. So look for our new coming out. I'm sure I'll be online today. But everybody have a fantastic day. Have a nice week. Hope your Christmas next week is great. Your Christmas Eve and your Christmas. Enjoy your families. Stay well. Stay safe. Stay warm. It's warm here today, but you never know. I will see you guys. Oh, I was going to tell you in Al's Tech Talk too. I do the one-on-ones, but we also do have a group meeting every Thursday that you can ask questions or chit-chat or tell smash ideals together, whatever you want. But everybody have a Merry Christmas, a wonderful holiday season. We'll see you live on a live 3 weeks from tonight. I'll try to make something, I promise. I'll be in the mood. We'll make something. We'll make a wreath or a floral arrangement of some sort. But yeah, we must be getting ready. He keeps telling me we're going to rearrange, that he never makes a move towards that. So looks like he's getting ready to pop the bubble and move it. And I'll see you guys in 3 weeks. Never know, maybe in a different position in this room. It'll still be this room, but just in a different space. Have a great one, and we will see you in 2019.